Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Deep Soul. He is a recording artist and influenced by the likes of Al Green and James Brown and so many more. He is definitely an old soul. His music has been shared from Tennessee to Chicago to New York City and further than that, as he has claimed the title Male YouTube Artist of the Month, October 2013. Tonight on Deep Soul, I have for you Caleb Minter. Everyone, as I said, with me is Caleb Minter. Now, you actually are an alumni here. Before we get into the singing, you're an alumni here at MTSU. What did you study?
I studied community and public health with a minor in psychology.
Now, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means.
Okay. I mean, basically, I can go into an organization or a facility and implement programs to help with needs.
Yes.
Say, for instance, if you're diabetic, I put together a program to help you with your diabetes, like a daily regimen of exercises or daily regimen of foods to kind of help with that.
Now, how did you get from that to music? Because that's completely different.
Yeah, I love to help people, so that's basically why I started that. But I mean, just the passion and the love I have for music is so much. It's bigger than that. I mean, I feel like I help people with my music as well. You know, just giving them an outlet to feel however they want to feel. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how do you relate or connect them together when it comes to the different work you're involved in? How do you connect those together?
I connect them, like I said, just basically helping people. You know, giving them the outlet or giving them some kind of feeling. Say, for instance, if I'm singing about love, you know, just giving you that even if you're not in love or have that at the moment, you can.
We all know something about it.
Yeah. Or you can even imagine, you know, I'm in love at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Just giving them that something to feel.
Okay, and now you in your music, you've been doing it for a while now, and you write songs that really depict people and the things they're going through. One song in particular, one of my favorite songs, "Gone Too Soon," that was very personal for you. Can you tell us the story behind that one?
Yeah, "Gone Too Soon" was written in dedication to my brother. He was murdered to gun violence. So, you know, in that time, I was just in a dark place. You know, my whole family was in a very, very dark place. And I wanted to help myself and also my peers and my family to kind of give them some kind of inspiration. You know, so "Gone Too Soon" is basically, you know, it's a cry out. You know, it's some of the lyrics are, I don't want to question God, but I do. Yeah. I don't want to live on, but I do.
Yeah, because by the way, I'm sorry to stop you.
No,
that lyric, I don't want to question God, is a very strong lyric. But it really depicted how you felt at that time because, I mean, it's a loved one and somebody you're very close to. So I really admired how you was able to use that phrase in the liking of your emotion versus as some kind of hatred or whatever, you know, because some people take it to a whole other aspect. And now you took that song and all that your emotions, your feelings when it came to the loss of your brother, and you created an organization, Magnum, Men or Mothers Against Gun Violence, correct?
Yes, Gun Violence Unity Movement.
Okay, how did that form at the same time? Like, how did you get the networking connections with that at the same time? How do people get involved?
Okay, I started, you know, like I said, after the passing of my brother, and I just wanted to help the community because so many people deal with this, you know, not at the same time, but I mean, even if you have, I never would have thought I would have lost my brother to gun violence, never in a million years. Yeah. And it happened, so I wanted to be able to give back to my community, you know, give some kind of inspiration to his daughter. He has a 6-year-old daughter, so yeah, so I just wanted to be that inspiration, that light, you know, just to let people know that, I mean, although it happens, it's tragic, but we still have to live for their children or their family members or, you know, for the community.
How is she doing, by the way?
She's good. You know, she's growing. Of course, she loves her dad. She misses her dad. She talks about her dad all the time. Yeah. But she knows, you know, she has an angel now watching over her. So she's dealing, you know.
That's
she's
great.
dealing
Did y'all do one of your performances that you did for the movement? You did I'm gonna say it wrong. Okay. You already know it. Yeah. Boulevard,
like Oliver,
Bolivar, and Bolivar, Tennessee. You did a performance, basically telling people about the Hortai organization. This is your first
My first
Your
one.
first one.
Yeah.
Did y'all do a special tribute for her, or how did that come about? All of the story. Give me it all.
Yeah, I called it Sailing Souls.
Okay.
And it was my first event, first ever event that I put on, that I started with the movement. Basically, I just wanted to give back, like I said, give back to the community and let them know that we're still powerful in numbers. You know, although it was tragic, let's get together, let's stand together and try to decrease the number in the community. So basically what I do in all of the shows that I do, I educate about gun violence, and I also bring live music. So there was a chance for me and my band to just give, you know, the listeners, give the audience just a glimpse of how I felt, you know, in this time. You know, it's hard, you know, being a young African American male. It's hard daily. Just living on a daily is hard, honestly. And just with that tragedy, it kind of pushed me to off the edge, honestly. I mean, my brother was like one of my biggest fans. So without him, I thought like, what I'm gonna do now? You know, I'm a strong believer in God, but it's like I lost my brother. My mom is going through, you know, so much. So it's like, where do I turn? So I guess in that time, I had to just sit still and just figure out how can I express myself without being destructive. And that was my outlet.
And now your entire thing when it comes to your music, it's all about the different things you've gone through, whether it's about your brother or about love, anything like that. So I feel like just your music is a good representation of everything you do, to be honest. Going back to that performance, this was your first big one. How did you get the connections and the networking that you did to establish this? The grace of God.
Honestly, I'm just the type of person, like, if it's something I want to do, I just go full force and I do what I need to do or contact the proper people. But Bolivar is very small, so I have a lot of people that's in really good places. Like my uncle is a state representative.
Oh, wow.
My uncle is a police officer.
Oh.
You know, so I mean, I have
scared or to be
no. I just have people that I can, thank God, that I can, you know, call and
that can be utilized in your field and can help you out.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now, how did you move from Bolivar to Murfreesboro with your music and with yourself? Because that's not a long distance, but it is quite a distance.
My brother was at TSU.
Oh, okay.
And no knock to TSU, but I did not want to go to TSU. But I didn't want to be too far from my brother. So I came to Middle Tennessee State University. And Bolivar, we came for a lot of tournaments. So I liked the campus. So let me go there. And I mean, I fell in love with it. So it just kind of, my music just, because I grew up singing in church, of course. And it's just something I carried here. And I would see people like tell me about like the talent shows. And MC Idol, So I was like, let me get a part.
$500 prize.
Right.
I don't think
And,
it's like that no more.
That was like the first time stepping in the big stage here at MTSU. So I was just thankful that I won it, you know.
That's awesome, though. All right, and lastly, I want to ask you really quickly, when it came to MC Idol, how was that experience? Because you went from church, you know, that church element, that home element, to now you got people that you don't know, and it's kind of different. So how was that? I know you was mega nervous, of course.
Oh, of course. I'm still nervous sometimes when I come to get on stage, but I feel like nerves is good too. You know, just I don't allow it to take over me, but it just was, I just knew that I feel like as an artist, you have to know who you want to be as an artist. And you have to take whatever you are, take it wherever you go. And I still take my soul, I still take the depth of my music and where I want it to go, wherever I go, so.
All right, well, more with Caleb Mensah when we come back on Deep Soul.
This is your new kitten, or your new puppy. Every day, 70,000 puppies and kittens just like them are born in the U.S. Cute, right? Well, what's not cute is that half of all litters are accidents. And when a kitten has a litter of oopsies and a puppy has a litter of uh-ohs, pretty soon you have thousands and thousands of OMGs. And that leads to millions of pets being killed in shelters each year. But if 80% of pet owners say they believe in spaying and neutering, then what gives? Well, it turns out those sweet little fuzzballs can get pregnant sooner than you think. A lot sooner. But here's the good news. You can stop the accident before it happens. You just have to remember one number. 4, as in 4 months. When you bring home Maggie or Ruby or Puddle or Clyde, get them fixed at 4 months. It can be old enough to get pregnant, and it's definitely young enough to make a difference. Prevent more, fix at month 4.
Time is the one thing that we want more of as a St. Jude parent. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we gonna do this? When they told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
Your seat cushion can be used to grant wishes.
Who said that? Hello?
Really can, you know.
You talking to me?
Sure am. Because the airline miles you earn and donate to Make-A-Wish can help send thousands of kids on their wish trips. So donate to Make-A-Wish today.
You really should, you know. You really should.
And give wishes wings. Because wishes work wonders.
Welcome back to Deep Soul, more with Caleb Minter. All right, so along with your singing, you're also an actor.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
That's a good question. I just like the arts.
Yeah.
Anything that I can do with the arts to express myself, I'm all in. But one day, I got a call from a good friend of mine, Sharika Rivers,
Okay.
Sharika Brown.
Sharika Brown.
Yeah. She called me and she asked me to do a play.
Yeah.
And another guy was actually filling that character that I came in for, but he had to leave or something, you know. But the play was called From Crack to Christ.
I saw that title on there and I was really confused. What is Crack to Christ? Yeah.
Tanya Davis.
Yeah.
It's about her life. Yeah, she wrote it. It was really good. Basically, how because she was on drugs, and now she's a business owner. She has her own salon,
Oh, wow.
and she's been clean for a while.
That's amazing
she
and a
has
blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She has a book, so she's doing really good. So Sharika called me about the part. She was like, "I think you'd be great for it." I'm like, "Girl, I ain't never acted like that. Like,
Yeah.
this is like a big deal. Like, this is gonna be." It was at the
Was it T-Pack?
T-Pack.
Yeah.
So it's like huge.
It
And
is.
I'm like the main character, and it's like, you want me to play?
I mean, that was honorable, and
Yeah,
you
for
did a
sure.
great job, of
Thank you.
course. And then it led to you working with Mark Swinton. I said it correctly. That is one of the producers for Tyler Perry Studios. So how was that experience?
Awesome. Just humbling. You know, just to be working with someone that of his caliber, like the right hand man for Tyler Perry. Like,
Yeah.
it's just.
It was amazing.
For sure.
It really kind of, I think, probably founded you to thought that this was probably a thing you could do. Like,
Yeah,
you could do acting.
for sure.
And did that open up your connection with Nielsen? I don't want to say it wrong, so please excuse me if I do. Nelson Ellis?
Nelson.
Nelson Ellis.
No, actually, I knew Nelson before
Yeah.
Mark Swinton. I met Nelson while I was in college, actually.
Oh, wow.
From a friend of mine, and we just became really close. And he really believed in me and my talent. So it was like, man, he called me one day. I think I want to manage you. I'm like,
How did you get my
me?
number?
Right. You want to manage me?
Yeah.
And RIP, you know, rest his soul.
Yeah.
But, you know, he took me under his wing, and I was privileged to open up a tweet in New York City.
Yeah, yeah.
Do the James Brown tribute for Ebony magazine. So, I mean, he just put me in, you know, put me in the door to a lot of greatness. So I'm just
So
thankful.
what's next for you when it comes to the different theater things you do? I mean, you talked about modeling once. Are you going to think about doing that?
I do. I want to
Okay.
get into that. But I think next I want to, let's see, I want a lot of different things. I want a shoe line. I won.
Okay.
Yeah, I just was contacted about being a brand ambassador for a cologne fragrance, so I'm thankful for
Wow,
that.
congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's talk about your future project, The Good, the Bad, and the Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God it's ugly. What's going on with that? What's that about?
Basically about love, relationship, the good, just the good of it, the bad of it. Just when you're in a place, you know how.
That's the great scale. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, you know how when you with someone so long, and it's just like you're just there, just coasting. You know, nothing really great, nothing really just bad.
It's in the middle. You just going on through.
So basically, that's what the project's about. I have a song called Blue Skies.
I love Blue Skies, and we talked about before. The entire imagery of Blue Skies is so perfect.
Thank you.
It makes so much sense, especially as the dancer. Now, what's the dancer's name?
She go by Honey Bits.
Honey Bits.
Yes.
She did a great job in it.
She's awesome. She dances with Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
She's like,
she's phenomenal too. All y'all just up there.
She's
okay.
doing the thing.
And how did that mindset come about? Because did you originally think that you wanted to do white shirt in the middle of the room and her come up dancing? Was that the original concept?
No.
Or wow, what was
That's
the original
something that me and the director came up with.
Okay.
He presented the idea, and I was like, okay, cool. But I want to do it this way. So it's something we came up together. But it just came out awesome. I didn't think it was gonna come out like that, but it did.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have any practice rounds. We just let's go.
Y'all just went for it.
Yeah, it went forward, and it just came out.
And it came out a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I was about to say the same thing. All right, and you're performing Blue Skies today.
Yeah.
You're also performing Gone Too Soon.
Yes.
I remember doing a little bit of research about you. It says something about November 27th and 28th. Am I correct or wrong? When the Good, Bad, and the Great come out. When does that come out?
Not necessarily November 27th,
Okay.
28th, but I might give you a teaser, 27th,
Okay.
28th, but stay tuned. It is coming out very soon.
I do want to have you more back when it come out, and we'll talk about that because that'll be awesome.
Sure.
And going to back to Gone Too Soon, honestly, back to a lot of your work. Gone Too Soon and Blue Skies is your original pieces, but you used to do cover songs, and you still do.
Yes.
So how did you change? What was that switch?
I mean, at some point, I feel like all artists want to express their feelings.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you know, of course, cover songs are great. You can learn a lot from great artists, but at some point, you want to just do your own thing. So it started in college. You know, I started working with a producer by the name of Too Cold, and Too Cold. Too Cold.
I just like it.
Yeah. So one day he's like, let's get in the studio, let's
Yeah.
just see what you got. And that was my first song. First song I ever wrote was Love at First Sight. And
I heard of that one. That was the one on your website. I like that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my first song. I just sat down at the keys, and I can't really
just
play.
went.
Yeah, I can find chords, but I
Yeah.
can't like really play. But
Yeah.
it came
But it worked
out
out perfectly.
Yeah,
It was really
came out,
good.
yeah, for
Awesome.
sure.
And you're also an independent artist. Why did you choose to be an independent artist versus getting a label and having that contract for you?
Well, honestly, I feel like I want to figure out who I want to be first
Yeah.
before someone else tell me or guide me to be something that's really not me.
Do you
So-
feel like
so-
you're now who you are as an artist?
No, I feel like I'm evolving every day,
Evolving.
for
Okay.
sure. But I'm going in the right direction.
Also, you have worked alongside with, was it alongside when it came to Anthony Hamilton? Because I know you did that performance as well.
Yeah, I just opened up for the Hamiltons, which is Anthony Hamilton's his group.
Yeah.
So it was major. It was in my hometown. So just to be able to go to my hometown and do something major, because we've never brought anyone of that
Yeah.
caliber to Bolivar. So it was just a big deal. So
Was it fantastic, fascinating for you, excuse me, to see, if you think about it, to see yourself going from the church choir and just a church background, and then doing these big performances so early on in your career? Isn't it like just mind-boggling?
It is,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, I still, I look back and I'm like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
But I'm just thankful, and I'm just ready to conquer more.
So what's next?
Something great.
Something great.
Something great. Like I'm expecting the Good, the Bad, the Great to go really well.
Yeah.
I really want to tour overseas, so that's like
That's your goal.
that's my goal. I did the cruise line.
Oh,
Carnival.
yeah.
I went to Cozumel, Mexico. I performed on the ship some months back.
All right, so you went to Mexico. How was that experience for you? Because that was your first kind of experience outside of here, correct?
Yeah, like Upscale Productions, they booked me to perform on Carnival Cruise. So it was just a major success. I did the private event. So, I mean, people was asking, who's that guy? So, I mean, and they wanted me to come back next year for the Bahamas. So it was just.
So that's the plan? You're going to come back for the Bahamas?
Yeah.
I'm going to be with you. It's okay.
Yeah, you come on. Come on.
We're going to have a performance by Caleb Mentor when we come back, so stay tuned.
Everyone deserves to have a decent place to live.
Everyone.
Todos. When a future homeowner partners with Habitat for Humanity to build or improve a home, they build a better future for themselves and their families.
For my family.
Para po sa pamilya ko.
Por mi familia.
With a little help, we all have the potential to stand on our own. Through shelter, we empower. Visit habitat.org to provide help to families like these today.
To pose, now sure. She makes the sun see, makes me deep in the North Sea.
I believe in you. Just 4 simple words. But to a child in need, they mean the world. When you support a child through Save the Children, you're saying, I believe in you. Visit sponsor.savethechildren.org/believe today.
This is Gone Too Soon.
I don't want to question God, but I do. I don't want to live on, but I do. Ooh, I don't want to cry no more, but I do. But please tell me why. To take you away. Oh, I can't believe that you're gone too soon. We were supposed to ride forever. This pain can't be measured, 'cause you're gone too soon. I miss you every day. My life ain't the same. There's so much I wanna tell you, bro. Gone too soon. And I wish I could hold you. Gone too soon. It's hard to sit and wait for your call, but I do. It's so hard to tell you, baby girl, everything will be okay, but I do. It's so hard to sleep when so much anger's in my heart, but I do. But I wish that I could wake up and this was all a dream. God, it's hurt me that he's gone too soon. I close ride forever. This pain can't be measured, 'cause you're gone too soon. I miss you every day. My life ain't the same. There's so much I wanna tell you, bro. Gone too soon. And I wish I could hold you. Oh, gone too soon. I'm praying every day that this pain will go away. It's hard for me to move on without you here. I'm not so strong. I'm praying every day that this pain will go away. Please, God, take it away. It's hard for me to move on without you here. I'm not so strong. It's so hard for me to move on, 'cause you're too soon. You're gone too soon. Said you're gone too soon. And I love you. I miss you. Said you're gone too soon. And I wish I could hold you. Gone too soon. Said you're gone too soon. You're gone too soon. You're gone too soon. Yeah. Said you're gone too soon.
This is Blue Skies.
I never knew I could get high off your kiss. I never knew true love could exist. I never knew passion lived deep in my eyes. Yeah. I never knew what it's like to feel desire. What we have is a beautiful bliss. I gotta testify there's nothing like this. Ooh. I cross my heart and I hope to die that forever is just you and I. So fortunate to know your name. Come on. Bless the day I found you. I found your greatest gift of my life. 'Cause you bring me blue skies. You bring me blue skies. Blue skies. And now I see love clearly. I never knew how it felt to be cherished. I never knew how much I could be wanted. I never knew love could ever put me first, yeah. And I never felt passion so deep immersed. Listen, what we have is a beautiful bliss. I gotta testify there's nothing like this. Ooh. Yeah. I cross my heart and I hope to die that forever it's just you and I. So fortunate to know your name. Come on. Bless the day I found you. I found your greatest gift of my life. 'Cause you bring me blue skies. You bring me blue skies. Blue skies. And now I see. I gave up, I clocked out. I thought it was over till you came, baby. And you showed me true love. And baby, I'm thankful, so thankful to have you in my life, babe. 'Cause you give me clarity. Oh, oh, oh. Listen. Greatest gift of my life. 'Cause you bring me blue skies.
All right, thanks again to Caleb Mentor, my guest, for being on here. And I want to tell everybody, please check out his social media. Check him out. He is doing big things. And until next time, as I always say, keep it soulful.